Hello and welcome to Nana's Crafty Home. My name is Tanya. Today's tutorial is going to show you how to complete the crochet wave stitch that you can find on my website. It's a stitch that I've recently used for my pattern, the Whimsical Waves poncho, which you can find as a free pattern. This is a fun stitch. It is a little more complex than the stitches I've used in the past. I'm going to try to break it down for you today to make it as simple as possible. It is a lacier stitch, a little more open worked stitch to give you a lacy effect, which is very nice in a wide array of different projects. The basic stitches that we use for this stitch are going to be a chain, a double crochet, and the double crochet decrease. So the double crochet decrease will be worked over multiple stitches. We will be doing a 2 decrease, a 3 decrease, and a 5 decrease. Those are worked over 3, 4, and 6 stitches. So I will be showing you how to do that as part of this pattern. The foundation chain will need to be, to start out with, will need to be in multiples of 6 plus 4. For the purposes of today's tutorial, I am going to be doing a total of 28. So that is 6 multiples of 6 times 4, which is 24, plus 4 to make my foundation chain. So we're going to do 28. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. So once you have the number of chains that you need to start your pattern, that first row, we're going to skip the first 3 chains and start working in that 4th chain from the hook. So skipping the first 3, 1, 2, and 3, working in that 4th chain, we're going to work a 2 decrease into the next 3 chains. So what does that mean? I am working 3 incomplete double crochets. When I'm finished, I will only have 1 stitch, and you'll see what I mean here in just a minute. But it's a 2 decrease over 3 stitches. So yarn over in the specified chain, in that 4th chain from the hook, you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. This is an incomplete double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. 2 incomplete double crochets. 3rd chain here, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 3 incomplete double crochets. So I am now going to yarn over, and I'm going to pull through all the loops on my hook. So I've made that into 1 stitch by pulling through all of the loops. I worked it over 3 stitches. So I'm decreasing my stitch count by 2. That's why they call it the 2 double crochet decrease. You're working over 3 stitches, you end up with 1, you're decreasing by 2. So then we're going to go ahead and chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to start my next decrease. The next decrease is going to be worked in starting in the very next chain after that last double crochet decrease that we worked. We're going to be working it over 6 stitches. So it's a 5 decrease. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and I've worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got one more to do. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So I have 6 incomplete double crochets. Yarn over, pull through all of the loops on your hook. So again, I've worked 6 incomplete double crochets. I now have 1 stitch, so I've decreased by 5. I've done a 5 double crochet decrease over 6 stitches. Okay, go ahead and chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to repeat that same thing that I just did. And if you are making this larger, smaller, you would repeat that same, basically that same shell that we just made here. That's going to continue repeating. So you'd make that 5 double crochet decrease over 6 stitches and a chain 7 all the way down your chain till you have 4 chains left. And then you will do the last part. So regardless of how many chains you have, you would continue repeating this same section right here, the 5 double crochet decrease over 6 stitches or 6 chains and a chain 7. So after your chain 7, you'll yarn over, and in the very next chain you're going to go ahead and work another double crochet decrease, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. I've done 3. There's 4. There's 5. And there is 6. When you've done 6 incomplete double crochets like that, you're going to end up with 7 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You will yarn over and pull through all 7 loops on your hook. Chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I'm going to repeat that same thing again. Yarn over, double crochet decrease over 6 stitches. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. And 6. 7 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 7, chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so what do we have? We have 4 chains left to work here at the end. And we're going to go ahead and do a 3 double crochet decrease over the next 4 stitches. Remember at the beginning we did just a 2 double crochet over 3 stitches, but we had our 3 chains at that beginning that we skipped. So in order to make the ending of that row look the same, you're going to do a 3 double crochet decrease over 4 chains. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. That's the first one. Here's number 2, number 3, and number 4. We'll go ahead and yarn over, and we will pull through all of the loops on our hook. So let's take a look at that. So look at that. We have these beautiful shell wave looking stitches here, and very lacy open. I love the look of this. And you could, again, make this as big or as, small as you'd like, but this just has a lovely lacy appearance. So for row 2, we're going to go ahead and turn and do a chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to go ahead and work 6 double crochets in the 4th chain of that chain 7 from our previous row. So this chain 7 here, I'm going to work in the very center inside the stitch. Now what I found for myself, I like the appearance of working in the back of the chain in the 1 loop. So we're going to count over to the 4th chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the chain I want to do those 6 double crochets in. I'm going to roll that over just the tiniest bit, yarn over, and I'm going to insert into that loop of that chain. Yarn over and finish 6 double crochets in that same chain. There's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and there's 5, and there is 6. So see there, we've worked it into that middle chain. Look how pretty that is. We're going to go ahead and skip and work 6 double crochets in the 4th chain of the next grouping of 7 chains. So counting over 1, 2, 3, and 4, this is the chain I want to work in right here. I'm going to work 6 double crochets in that chain. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to repeat that all the way down. In the next grouping of chain 7, in the 4th chain over, count those over, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 6 more double crochets. Oop. And in the last grouping of chain 7, again, counting over 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 6 double crochets. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at the end of my row. I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the 3rd chain, that top of that chain 3 from that first row. So let's look at that. You can see why it's called the wave stitch, right? So pretty. I've got these upside down shells here, some more shells, just really starting to take shape into a really pretty, lovely pattern here. Okay, so for row 3, we're going to want to turn our work and chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and this is going to be another double crochet decrease row. So we're going to work a 2 decrease into the first 3 stitches. So yarn over, and this first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. There's my first one, my second one, my third. Yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. We're going to chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to start another set of decreases. We're going to work a 5 double crochet decrease over the next 6 stitches. So the first 3 will be worked in this the last half of this shell, and then the last 3 will be worked over the first 3 of this shell. So the next 6 stitches. So in that next stitch, insert your hook. There's my first one, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I've worked 6 incomplete double crochets, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. So what did that do? It basically filled in that empty space between the shells. We did an upside down shell here just like we did down here, but because we had these 2 shells here, it filled in that empty space. So we're going to go ahead and do another chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to repeat that until we get to the last stitches of the row. And so yarn over the next 6 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook, chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we'll repeat that again over 6 stitches, decreasing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook. Okay, so we have reached the end here. What we're going to do is we're going to work a 3 decrease. We're going to work into the last 3 and in the top of the chain 3 of the previous round. So chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to insert my hook. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over, pull through. All right. So you can see that's going to make a very lovely lacy pattern. It has a lot of interest, visual interest, because we have these shells that then get filled in by these upside down shells. They look very much wavy, you know, hence the name Wave Stitch. But this is a fun pattern. It really is not that difficult either. It looks a lot more complicated than it really is. You're going to go ahead and repeat those last 2 rows until you've reached the desired length or size of your project. So it's a 2-row repeat after that first row, and you just keep going until you get to the right size. It's a lot of fun, and I'm sure that you will enjoy using this in many different projects. I hope that this tutorial has been helpful for you today. If you'd like to get notified of any other when I post new video tutorials, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, and Instagram. If you ever have any questions about any of my patterns, please drop me a note. I'm happy to help anytime. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks again. Bye-bye.